Assalamu alaikum friends. So today we will create some queries in MySQL. We will check how to extract data from SQL table, and I will show you how to show tables and databases, etc. So this will be our introductory video for MySQL databases. So let's create a if you are using Ubuntu, then for diving into MySQL, this is the command MySQL and at UI root. So this is the command. So I come into this MySQL database. So let's exit. So if your server is if this command is not running, before this command you have to start the server of MySQL. So for this you type this command service start MySQL. Start unrecognized service. Service start service MySQL start. So this is command for starting this MySQL. For example, if I stop this service MySQL and stop, so it will stop running service. So this is stopped. So if I type this above you root, so it will show this error, cannot connect to local. So before, if you get this error, you have to start the server service of that SQL command. So start, so MySQL, what is this, man? So this is started. So now MySQL is started, and let's type again that command MySQL negative root. So now for checking databases, this is show databases and the semicolon at the end. So these are these databases which I have created. So for selecting any of these databases, you have to add use command. So use theme park. So this databases will be used. So after using this database, I can show every tables or tables which are present in this database. So for showing tables, just type this command show tables. So these are tables in this theme park. So if I want to, let's suppose using that database, so you have to use students. So now I am selecting this database students, unknown database students, use students. Okay, this is case sensitive. So students. So now our student database has been changed. So I want to show table in this database. This database have only one table. So let's use that theme park for some basic operations. Use theme park. So show tables. So these are tables in this database. So let's check ticket. Now I want to check all the rows and columns which are present in this ticket. This is a table. So for selecting everything from this table, you have to select static from ticket. So this is the name of the table. So this is case sensitive, where the SQL built-in keywords are not case sensitive. For example, if I use select from the ticket, selects okay from. So these are the rows and columns which are present in this table. So this ticket is the name of that table. So therefore this is case sensitive, where these are the keywords of MySQL. So these are not case sensitive. For example, if I use select in capital letter, it will also work. But if I change this into small, let's suppose, so this is the error, because we have created this ticket table, whereas these keywords are built in MySQL. So this is the all about this. So these are the table. If I want to select only ticket number and the price from this table, I will use select ticket number. So these are also case sensitive, because we have created this column. This is not built in MySQL. So select ticket and we will as add. This is also a built-in keyword. Ticket price from, and we will mention the name of this table. So this table name is ticket. So ticket, and only ticket number and ticket price. Sorry, this it uses the AND operation on this. So for select ticket number, okay, so this I will use comma for this. It will get these both data from that, and will obviously do AND operation on that. So ticket price and ticket number are fetched. So if I show tables, and again I want to now select this sales table, which is everything. It means everything. Star means select everything from sales. So everything will be fetched. So these are par code, sale date, and let's add smaller and greater than sign for this. For example, this is 12,786. This is 30,000, and I want to fetch the recorded only which are smaller than 30,000, or let's say 40,000. So here is the query, select everything from sales. This is case sensitive. Where, so where is used for selecting for filtering the data. So I will use where transaction, what is this transaction number, where transaction number less than from 40,000. So this is 40,000, and everything means all the data across these rows will be fetched. So let's run this. So as you can see, only that transaction number are fetched with all rows which are less than 40,000. If I want to remove these rows, so I will just use transaction number. So there I get only the transaction number. If I want to fetch both par code and sale date, I will just add here par code and sale date. Okay. So only par code and sale date are fetched. So let's check another queries. So these are the some basic queries which I mentioned. You can do other operation on this, as you can. This is the less than sign. You can check whether greater than or equals to, or you can use multiple transaction less than 40,000, and you can also use OR operation. So OR transaction less than or transaction equal to 60,000. Here we can this is 34,541 and I 40,000, it is 12,000. There is no element of 40,000. Okay, so let's filter out from wait a second, let's make it 20,000. So only 20,000 element are row transaction ID with 20,000 rows are fetched. So let's this is greater than from which is 34,541. So let's do OR operation where transaction number equals which is 34,541. So this row will also be fetched and I want to select everything. Select everything. So you can see transaction number with less than 20,000 are fetched, and you can see this is also fetched. So these are some basic commands. So let's move to, you can use AND operation, you can use plus. So let's move for the other. So show tables and select. Now I will show you how to move from how to fetch multiple how to fetch data from multiple tables. So this is our task. So let's create that one. Select everything from first. We will check employee information. So this is there's too much. So let's create hours. This is good. So hours. So this is the information in the table hours with the employee number of 100 and attract number, and select everything from attraction table. This is another table with the attract number. So here you can see that attraction number is also present there. It is also present in this another table. So if these unique values are present in both table, we can fetch their data. So for example, I want to fetch hour rate from this, and I want to fetch attract name from this. So here we will join these two tables with the attract number which are same. We can see attract number are same where other data. So let's combine these two tables. So select I want to fetch hour rate. So select hour rate from this table which is name of hours. This table name is so this is selected, and we will use natural join. So this is the built-in command which is natural join, and it will join this table with this accordingly. So we can use natural join. So here I use select hour rate, and with this hour rate from this table, and attract name from this another table. Without using this natural join, you cannot fetch data from multiple tables. It will give you error. Natural join with attraction. As you can see, hour rate from one table and attract name from another table. So multiple tables are combined with each other. You can use another method for, as I use natural join, now I want to use another method for joining these two tables. So for example, if I don't use that natural join, attraction from hours, and let's say I use both table with comma. So this is, so what happened? So now these are joined, but it gives some on order. So we will use natural join. So only these are connected. So let's join with another thing. So instead of writing natural join, I will use select our rate attract number from ours using I will use using. This will be not join with. So here we can see that I want to fetch unique element in these two tables are tag number. Here is also a tag number. So I will join these two tables on myself. So before join using attract, where is here attract number? Yes, attract NO. So attract NO natural join attract number with attraction, I think. Yes, using. So select our attract number from ours. Join extraction. So join attraction using attract number. So here is another method of joining. In this method we give as you can see we joined this with the attraction number. So now let's join three tables together. So let's check how this works. So select everything, select all tables. So show tables. So these are the tables. Let's check the employee table. So the first check the theme park table. Select everything from theme park. Theme park is scale sensitive, yes. So these are elements in the theme park, and now we will join three tables. So for joining three table, we should have unique keys from in these. So here is a theme park, and let's select everything from ticket. So here is the ticket table. So let's check whether there is an unique key, unique column. So park name, park city. So there is no such a unique column in these two. So we cannot join these two tables. Yes, we can join these with sub queries, but in this it is the introductory part. So we will use just basic commands for joining these two tables. So let's check these say employee. So let's from employee. So these are the element in the employee. So employee number, employee title. So let's check again. There is no such type of table. Oh yes, we found this par code. Here is the par code and here is the par code. So we can join these two tables. So now I want to extract ticket type from this and employee title from this. So let's check. Select ticket type and this employee title. Employee title. From I will show, let's from employee. From employee, you can use employee or whatever you want to. You can use ticket as well, because these two have unique column and you can join these. So select ticket type, employee title from employee, and we will use join. You can also use natural join, but if you use join, then you will have to show that join these two with that unique column. So imply join with that ticket, and using means join with that unique column. So where is the unique column? Imply ticket, and unique column is park code. As you can see, park code is unique column in both. So using park code, unknown column ticket price. So here spelling mistakes. Ticket type. So here you can see child, this is ticket type, and this is employee title. As I said, now you want to fetch data from 3 tables, and for that we will find these type of table which have unique column. So select everything. So first of all, show tables. So let's show these tables, and let's check each table if they have multiple column or not. So select everything from sales line. So these are sales line. So let's check another. Select everything from let's suppose sales. So these are sales. So let's check unique element. It has the ticket number and transaction number, sales, park code. Yes, transaction number is unique in these, so we can join these. So let's find another table with the some unique row. So select everything from, let's check employee again. So here we can find park code. So as you can see, transaction number, these are same, and the park code of this and park code here is same. So we can join these 3 tables because they are inherited some same column. So I want to just expand this. So these are employee name or title and everything. So I want to extract data of I want to just employee first name, employee first name. I want to extract barcode of that. So let's first select here. I want to select line price. From this table I want to extract the line price. Select line price, and from this table I want to extract the sales date, and in this table I want to extract the employee first name correspond to that employee first name, and join first name. So employee first name from first table is sales line. So this is sales line. Join this sales line with this table which is sales. Join with sales using what, which is the unique column. So I think transaction number is the unique column. Transaction number. So join these using transaction number. So these two tables are joined with the transaction number, and now let's join this table with which have par code, and here you can see the par code which are same. So join sales using transaction number, and again multiple join transaction. So this is sales, and this sale will be joined to employee. Join employee using what? Par code. Sales date, unknown column, sales date. So sales date is unknown column. Where is the sales date? Sales date. Okay, this is sale date. It shows the error of sales date. So sales date is where? There. As you can see, we fetched all the records, and we joined three tables. This is from one table, this is from another, and this is from another. What is our query? I will explain this. So select line. So this line is from one table, sales date is from another, and employee first name is from another. First we will show this line for this will fetch that data in this format. So after this we tell that from sales line, and here you can see the sales line. So first this sales line, and this will transaction number. Yes, this will be linked with the transaction number because they have same column. So we tell that from sales line join sales using transaction number. Yes, these are linked with the transaction number. Now this sales, and again we write another join. So it means that this sales line will be joined with sales using transaction number, and this sales will be joined with employee using par code. As you can see, sales is linked with employee, and par code is the unique rows in these two, par code and par code. So this sales is further linked with employee, as you can see sales using this, and this sale will be joined to employee using par code. And here how it works. So these are some basics commands. You can check this out, and inshallah if I get the time, I will make some other videos on nested sub queries, like how to make how to use multiple select statement in just one query, and we will check averages, sum, and other these queries to calculate averages and other stuff. So that's all from today's lecture. Inshallah we will meet in another lecture. So goodbye and take care.